Hey, hey, everyone, say hi as you're hopping on. I said 5 minutes and then I was 6 minutes after I was supposed to be here at 9 o'clock and then said I would be here at 9:30 and now it's finally 10 o'clock and I'm here. You guys, I am having a really hard time getting back into work mode. I took a lot of time off over the holiday, which I never do, and I'm struggling to get back into work mode. I just said to a friend of mine this morning, I was like, that's it. I need to get my ass back into work mode. I'm not naked also. I know it looks and appears that way, but I'm not. I have on a dress that you can't see very well. Let's just pretend I'm naked. It'll be better. Hey, Lolly. Hey, 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 everyone. Yeah, so I'm struggling a bit to get back into work mode, but I'm kicking my own ass today because there are so many things that need to happen, and I'm so excited about 2021 and everything that I have in store for the Leah Steele brand this year. I know, Taryn, it's because we never take time off, and so we finally took some time off, and now I know we're both struggling. Well, I don't know you are, but I know you're like me, so I would imagine that you're also struggling to get back into work mode. It's hard. It's so hard when you've been like, you know, Taryn is watching this, and we like spent September to November basically like working 14 and 16-hour days, and then we finally slowed down, and now I'm just like, can we just stay slowed down? And it's hard because it's this, like it's a little bit of a dichotomy because I want to keep not doing anything, and at the same time, I want to do so many things. And yeah, so that kind of sucks because it's going to be having to find a balance. And that's actually a lot of what my intentions for 2021 are, to continue to expand and build my global empire while taking more time for myself and spending time with friends and family. So far so good, but there are definitely work things that need my attention right now. I know Taryn and my business, we definitely need to give our attention to some of the things in our business, and I need to give attention to things in my business, and it is what it is, but we will navigate our way through it. I'm confident, and everyone will have a fantastic year. Yeah, Lolly, I cannot even imagine. I don't know if you know, but I lived in Alaska for a year when I was in second grade, and I cannot imagine living there. I just don't think I could be motivated at all. Like, I have to have the sun. I have to be able to like get that vitamin D juice, or it just doesn't work. Okay, so January wealth forecast. I am super excited to be here delivering this, the first wealth forecast of the year. I guess I need to do a little intro though, since my husband's asking me where I am. Hold on. Of course, right as I get going. Okay. Good morning, Laura. All right, so we'll dive in now. Sean's helping me with something in the Leah Steele brand, so he needed something from me, so just let him know that. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a couple of announcements, and then we'll dive into the January wealth forecast, which I am super excited to deliver to you today. So the first thing is that if you love these forecasts and you love tarot and you're super interested in learning how to read tarot for yourself or for others, my long-awaited tarot class has finally launched, and it's not even a class, it's a whole course called The Dreamer's Journey. And we filmed it professionally last year, and it was just this labor of love. It took so much longer than we thought it was going to take. It was about I think total 7 days of all day filming in the sweltering heat here in Bali, because the studio that we were filming in didn't have any air conditioning. But it was beautifully done. It ended up being so amazingly edited by Catherine Rollins, who is my partner in releasing the course. But it's finally live and it is in pre-sale right now. So we're gonna do a proper launch of it in March. But for right now, because of my 12 days of Christmas sales that got extended, you can get it for $188. It'll be $333 come March when we officially launch it. But you can definitely get in on it now at the pre-sale rate. I don't even know how many hours of content it is, but we go through each card individually. I teach tarot a little bit differently than most people in that I teach based upon the numerology. And then I also teach you about the astrology of the cards. We go over the symbolism of the deck. I teach using the Robin Wood Tarot, which is my favorite tarot deck, and that's the one that I'm always using, doing the wealth forecast for you guys here. So definitely, here it is, the Robin Wood Tarot. Definitely go check that out. You definitely don't want to miss that pre-sale. It's going to be really, really good. I'm also going to be doing some VIP packages that will be announced with the launch, which will include personal readings with me, and some of them will include more in-depth lessons on how to teach others or how to read for others. If you get in at this pre-sale rate, you're gonna get a really special rate on those VIP packages. So doesn't mean that you're gonna miss out on those. You actually will just get a better package. So the course doesn't launch until March, but it's actually there, ready to, it's there. So it's all pre-recorded content, so you can go in and start the course anytime. And it is a self-study course. So that's the really great thing about it, is that, you know, you can do 1 card a week, you can do 7 cards a week, you can do the whole deck in a week. Like it's entirely up to you in your learning process. I also teach you lots of spreads in there. And it's a really great teaching course. I'm really proud of it. It was exciting to film, and I'm so excited to release it because it's literally been a year in the making. So definitely check it out. And we will do a proper launch of it in March when I'll release the VIP packages, and then you can definitely add those on if you're interested in that, and we will be releasing that information into the Facebook group. And so all of the cards, all of the content is in a Facebook group, ready to watch right now. We're also in the process, and will be done probably in the next 2 days, of uploading all the audio files so that you can listen on the go. So if you're in your car or you're making dinner or whatever you're doing, all of the videos will be uploaded in audio files to SoundCloud, so you can listen on the go, because it is that repetition when it comes to tarot of learning the cards and memorizing the meanings that really makes the difference when you're actually practicing or you're actually trying to do a reading. So that's the first announcement. The second announcement I want to make is that many of you have been following me here in Rich Abundance. Many of you did the free 12-week free abundance program in this group, and I'm going to be adding a few modules onto that in 2021, so be on the lookout for that. We'll at least add 2, potentially 3 or 4. We'll see how the year goes. So there'll be new content coming into this group certainly in 2021. But if you've been following all my free stuff, you've been following the podcast, you've been here in Rich Abundance, like taking in the wealth forecasts and taking in the free program, and you've wanted to work with me a little more intensely, my entry-level mastermind, the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind, is the place to do that. So The thing that's so cool about the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind is that you get access to me at the level that my mid to high end clients get access to me for a fraction of the cost. And right now it is only $44 a month. That is going to be increasing on February 1st. We are really going to start driving people to this platform. I host it exclusively on Telegram, and then we do some stuff on Zoom as well. But for the most part, primarily it's facilitated over Telegram. And it's a way to just get a daily wealth consciousness drip from me. So you get journaling prompts, you get thoughts, you get things to reflect on. You get all of the information on everything I'm releasing prior to really anyone, because that's the first place that we drop it, is in my free Wealth Witch channel on Telegram and in the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind. So you get constant updates on everything that's going on in Leah land, and it's just an incredible way to connect with me, to see if you want to work with me at one of my higher levels. The other thing about it is so many of my high-end clients do the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind as well, because of that power of repetition, because it is so important to be doing daily wealth consciousness work. That is the thing that really makes the difference. That is what makes people succeed when it comes to doing this work versus staying in a plateau or moving backwards, is having that daily constant reminder. And I share a lot of resources in that group. So you also get a monthly group call with me over Zoom, and you get a monthly Q&A with me. So for $44, like literally you can't beat that. Laura has dropped the link to the 12 Days of Christmas sales. Both of those things are listed in the 12 Days of Christmas sales. So the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind and the Tarot course are both listed on the 12 Days of Christmas lead page. So Laura's dropped that. She'll drop it for you guys again. You have to sign up for Telegram. Well, I believe that we did a special for the whole year. We did like a whole year special that you can do directly through my payment platform, and then we'll whitelist you. But if you want to just pay the monthly $44, you can cancel anytime, by the way. You have to actually sign up through Telegram. So you have to sign up through sending a message to the bot in Telegram. But there's a lead page that explains it all. And if you have any questions, or you get stuck, or you need help, all you need to do is just email support@theleahsteele.com, and one of my team will walk you through how to get signed up. It can be a little bit tricky, but it's not that hard. You just have to download the Telegram app, launch the Telegram app, send a new message to @WealthAlchemyBot, and then it will walk you through how to subscribe. So, do I have more announcements? I just have one more. So just one more, and then we're gonna dive into the wealth forecast. The final one, though, is probably the most exciting one for me anyway, the thing I'm the most excited about. So, you know, we all do this thing where we choose a word of the year, and then that's the theme of what we're going to focus on through the upcoming year. And, you know, I think people have been doing that for several years that I've seen, like in a pretty large scale. Last year in November, I was guided to offer abundance emotions. So it's a download, it's a divine download that I do exclusively for you of the emotion or concept that you need to embody in 2021 to bring yourself back to and keep yourself on an upward trajectory towards money, wealth, abundance, prosperity. And these were incredible last year. I think I did 33 of them is what I ended up doing last year. And for me, my abundance emotion that downloaded for me was my North Star. It was the thing that I just kept moving towards all through the year. So there's two ways to participate in this. The first one is to have me download the emotion, which is downloaded. Yeah, I saw, Priya, that you got yours. Congratulations. Have a download that comes exclusively for you. It's me tapping into your energy, pulling down the emotion for you. And then I send you a quick audio memo that tells you a little bit about the etymology and what it means for you and what was coming through for me as I was receiving the download. So that's $111. The second way to participate, though, is to receive a 15-minute one-on-one activation with me. So not only do you get the download, not only do you get the word and the information and what was coming through for me, I actually anchor it into your system energetically. And so that happens either via light code transmission, energy transmission, galactic language transmission. It's really different for everyone. but you get a 15-minute one-on-one with me on a Zoom call to have that abundance emotion activated for you specifically. And that's $444. And you can either make one payment of $444 or 2 monthly payments of $222 for that. And these are limited and they're available for a limited time. So if you want one of these, I really recommend that you jump on it right away. And I'll be delivering them over the next couple of weeks. And so it's just like time is of the essence. If you want to get in on this, I'm excited to do these again. I still am getting messages. In fact, I was just on a program call with somebody last week who was talking about how impactful her abundance emotion was for her throughout the year. I'm still getting messages about people's emotions that carried them through 2020 when it was really particularly tough. So to know what your North Star is and to know what you should come back to is really, really impactful. So if you have the ability to do that, I would definitely take advantage of that. Laura has just dropped the link. There is no lead page for this. This is just something exclusive and limited that I offer. So actually haven't offered it anywhere else except Rich Abundance yet. We haven't even sent out an email. We haven't even dropped it in the Telegram chats. So you guys are kind of the first to know about it. Definitely will be releasing it in Telegram in the next little bit. But that's it for that's it for emotions. That's it for announcements. So let's move into the January wealth forecast, shall we? Okay, so welcome to the January wealth forecast. I am your host, Leah Steele, the Wealth Witch. So you're either watching or listening to this on Facebook, which is where these wealth forecasts are first delivered every single month in my free group, Rich Abundance. And if you were watching on or listening on one of the other platforms and you haven't joined the free Facebook group, definitely head over there and do that. The link for the group will be listed in the description of the podcast or the video that you're watching. We'd love to have you come join us in that community. We also release these on my podcast, the Wealth Witch podcast. So if you're listening here, welcome. Super happy to have you back again. And for everyone, make sure if you haven't already listened to the 2021 wealth forecast, which is the wealth forecast for the entire year, that you go back and do that for sure. There's lots of really incredible information in there for what to expect over the upcoming 12 months. And if you are watching on YouTube or Brighton, thanks for tuning in. Make sure that you subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of these wealth forecasts or any of the incredible content that we release on a weekly basis on both of those platforms. So welcome to everyone, and super excited to dive into what is sure to be a very eventful month. We've got a lot happening astrologically this month. And if you were watching the 2021 wealth forecast a couple days ago, you know that the theme of the month is the King of Pentacles. So I'm super excited about that. The King of Pentacles is the highest money card in the deck, which means that we have an incredible, incredible opportunity this month to embrace abundance, to embrace wealth in all areas of our lives. It is definitely an incredible month for making money. So set your focus on that, because the theme of the rest of the year isn't very money focused. So I really, really encourage you to sow seeds, plant seeds this month that are going to lead to dreams and desires coming to fruition in the following months, because this is really the energy. This month is really the time that we are supported with that energy. And like I said, there's not a lot of, there aren't a lot of money cards in the other months of the year. So take advantage of that this month. So the theme for the month is the King of Pentacles. So let's go through and talk a little bit about what is happening with astrological transits in January of 2021, which is now. So I think one of the things that is important to note right off the bat is that we have T-square aspects happening during January. And so I want to read you a little bit about what that means, because I know that for those of you that aren't studying astrology, like, you know, we say stuff like conjunctions, we say stuff like T-squares, and you're like, what does that even mean? So I want to explain to you what a T-square is, because we have two occurrences this month that are particularly influential when it comes to T-square aspects. So A T-square occurs when a celestial body, and this comes from wemystic.com, which is an incredible resource for all things astrological, especially when it comes to the monthly transits. It's like one of my favorite resources, so definitely check out wemystic.com. But this quote actually comes from wemystic.com. A T-square occurs when a celestial body identified as a focal planet or apex supports squares with stars located in signs of the same modality. So either cardinal, fixed, or mutable signs, right? Which in turn then oppose each other. So from the evolutionary point of view, the T-squares are dynamic or motivating aspects that drive the subject to move forward despite obstacles and frustrations. So, I mean, I think if you listen to the 2021 wealth forecast, you know that this year is going to be full of obstacles and frustrations. And I talked a lot about how maintaining fluidity is going to be really important. This month is no different. Like, you're going to get a lot of practice this month in maintaining fluidity, and really have that ability to practice, because you're going to need it all year, but there's some pretty heavy stuff coming up in January. So let's go through what's happening. January 6th, which is in a couple of days, Mars is actually entering into Taurus. And that's an interesting energy. And, you know, it is absolutely that like forward momentum energy when it comes to money, which I think is really beautifully aligned with our King of Pentacles card. Because it's about tenacity, it's about perseverance, it's about forward momentum, it's about being aggressive, right? Like actually owning your King of Pentacles, being aggressive in the pursuit of your desires when it comes to money, wealth, and abundance. And so I think that that's important. The energy here is very supportive of remaining dedicated and disciplined when it comes to achieving your desired outcome. And yeah, I mean, I think that, you know, there are some negatives to this energy, which is like people can be really possessive. So make sure that you're not being that miser and like gripping onto your investments or gripping onto your money too tightly. It'll be interesting to see what the cards say as this energy comes in on January 6th. But, you know, stick to your routines. Remain dedicated and disciplined in your personal practices. Show up for your goals. Make sure that you are following through on the commitments that you've made to yourself when it comes to money, wealth, and abundance. So then January 7th is our first fixed T-square, and it happens between Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius. And then it is kind of reflecting off of, if you will, the Moon in Scorpio and Mars in Uranus retrograde, both retrograde, Mars and Uranus, both retrograde in Taurus. Now, if you remember this energy of this Uranus and Taurus energy, this is literally what is bringing about the collapse of our existing financial systems and structures. So now you've got Mars and Uranus retrograde in Taurus. And so Mars and Uranus retrograde, not Mars retrograde. So Mars and Uranus retrograde in Taurus. And it's a powerful energy with forward momentum when it comes to finances and money. You will have a tendency when this energy is afoot, though, these T-squares, to get overwhelmed very easily. So, you know, again, it's like, this is why our discipline in our practices is so important. It's why we continue to day after day show up for ourselves and do the things that we know bring us back to center, bring us back grounded. It's because when these astrological occurrences happen, then we can remain as balanced as we possibly can. But it's normal to feel overwhelmed during these times. It's normal to feel anxiety. Definitely use your time wisely. This is a fixed T-square, and so our inclination is going to be to be really stubborn and be in that miser energy where we want to grip our investments. That's the worst thing that you can do during this energy. So you need to maintain fluidity while this T-square is happening. And please make sure that you're not repressing your emotions. So if you're feeling anxious or you're feeling overwhelmed, like, don't just try to stuff that down and hide it. Do something about it. Either go move your body, Meditate, talk to somebody, just don't repress, because that's when things really blow up with this energy. But you do have incredible backing during this time to move forward in financial endeavors. So Mercury enters Aquarius on January 8th. And we have our first Mercury retrograde actually happening at the end of January in the sign of Aquarius. And if you watched the 2021 wealth forecast, you know that all of the Mercury retrogrades in 2021 are happening in air signs. And so what this means for us is that, you know, Mercury retrograde wrecks your A when it comes to communication, and it's going to be even more serious this year because they're all happening in communication in air signs, which are all about communication. So you've got Mercury retrograde happening in air signs all through 2021. And we'll get to that more when we talk about Mercury retrograde as it begins to happen at the end of January. But Mercury entering into Aquarius on January 8th, which also Venus enters Capricorn on January 8th, so it's kind of a big day. Mercury in Aquarius is like really fast processing, fast thinking, fast communication. And so make sure that you are being diligent in clearly communicating, because often when that energy of fast communication comes in, we forget things. And that is what leads to issues in communication, is things getting left out. So just make sure you're being diligent in making sure that even though you're processing fast, even though the communication is going to be fast, that you're being very clear in your communication. So Venus in Capricorn from January 8th to February 1st, January 8th to February 1st. You want to pay attention to what's happening in your relationships during this time, because Venus is going retrograde in Capricorn later in the year in November, and things that happen during this period of time, January to February, while Venus is in Capricorn, are going to be showing up again when Venus goes retrograde. So Venus in Capricorn is a lot about honesty in personal relationships. It's a lot about telling and speaking your truth. It's all of the energy of Capricorn in your relationships, and also into just the beauty of everything around you. So I think that this is a really beautiful time to evaluate in your surroundings where you're settling. And to, you know, for me, it's like whenever Venus enters into Capricorn, I start to get really clear on aesthetically what energetically is working for me and what is not. So typically you'll see me moving furniture around or getting rid of old things that you know don't feel quite right or aren't fully in energetic alignment with me. Being really, really truthful and honest with myself about what feels and looks beautiful in my life. And for me, that's a big deal because I'm a person that really thrives surrounded in luxury, and I'm very tactile. So I like things that are beautiful and I like things that feel beautiful. And so this is just a time for me that I feel like I'm really going to be evaluating that. And if that resonates with you, then you definitely are going to want to do that as well while Venus is in Capricorn. Aquarius season begins on January 19th as the sun moves into Aquarius. So here we are in the age of Aquarius with now the sun moving into Aquarius for the first time. And that's sure to be a very, very powerful energy for the collective consciousness. And yeah, I mean, I think that it's about awareness. It's about awareness of our actions. It's about awareness of how we're treating others. It's about awareness of, you know, are we stepping into our own sovereignty? This is something that I've talked to you guys about a lot. Sovereignty is very important right now. It's important that you own your sovereignty and that you step into your power, because we cannot help the collective if we're not fully standing in and owning our own power. So definitely some energy on the 19th as the sun moves into Aquarius there. Oh, I just skipped right over the new moon in Capricorn on January 13th. So new moon in Capricorn, January 13th, super excited about that new moon. I feel like Capricorn energy is really, really incredible for manifesting, which is what we do on the new moon, right? Because it just has such a practical nature. And so for me, I love the combination of like that practicality of Capricorn and the woo of creation and manifestation when it comes together in new moons. It is happening on the 13th, which I believe is a Wednesday. Let's see. Yeah, it's a Wednesday. And interestingly enough, Wednesday is the day that's ruled by Mercury. So we have a lot of Mercury energy in January, which is all about communication. Again, remember. So the new moon's actually happening with a Pluto conjunction. So it's a great time for fresh starts. So I think that in addition to creation, you can do a lot of releasing work, like releasing leading to creation work with this new moon. Yeah, definitely like new beginnings, fresh starts. But we do have a lot of that energy of that Jupiter and Saturn T-square energy, which is gonna make emotions pretty high, and there may be a lot of frustrations happening during that new moon. So just be aware of that too. Yeah. So then we move. There's a lot of stuff happening with Taurus square Jupiter and Sun and Saturn conjunctions around the end of the month. Sun in Aquarius square Uranus and Taurus. And, you know, I mean, these energies are just a little harsh. And so I think, you know, I'm not going to go into all the different aspects because I don't feel like it's that important. But basically from the 23rd of January through the 28th of January, which is when the second fixed T-square between Mars and Uranus and Taurus happens, there's just going to be some heaviness. And, you know, you might feel impatient. You're going to feel like people are being assholes. You're going to definitely need to be practicing self-control and discipline during that time. And, you know, again, I'm just going to come back to this unpredictability that I've said is going to be present in all of 2021. Definitely that Sun in Aquarius square Uranus in Taurus on the 26th is going to bring about some kind of unforeseen event. I'm interested to see what the cards say around that day, actually. Also, that sort of 26 to 28 period of time, be really careful about arguments with loved ones and friends. There's going to just be a lot of tension, and you know, if there was ever a time to bite your tongue, I'm not a big fan of telling people to do that, but this would definitely be a time where it's like you may speak harshly and in ways that you didn't mean to, and so definitely like keep a lid on that. The fixed T-square on January 28th has a lot of financial implications. You may be feeling very, very financially stressed at that time. I think globally, the collective is going to be feeling financially stressed. So just remember that even though it may look like a crisis at the time, it's likely not. And so definitely, yeah, mind your mind, mind your mouth. A theme again for the whole month of January, mind your mind, mind your mouth. Yeah, I mean, I think that I have a feeling that these forecasts are going to feel so doom and gloomy all of 2021 because there's just a lot of heavy energy. And the thing that I want you to know about this is it's like, I want you to know about these aspects happening. I want you to know what's coming in the cards so that you can be prepared. Because the truth is that if we know that the energy is funky between the 26th and the 28th, when that energy arises, we're not going to freak out so much because we're going to be like, yeah, astrologically, there's stuff that's up. And so what that enables us to do is kind of sit in the energy and recognize and realize that it's not just our life completely crumbling down around us. And it enables us to have a little bit better perspective on how to move forward. So, on that same day, though, that we have that fixed T-square on the 28th, we also have a full moon in Leo. So that day is going to be rough. Is that a weekend? Let's see what day that is. Yeah, it's leading into a weekend, so that's on a Thursday. So I would just say, and then Mercury goes retrograde on the 30th in Aquarius. So I would just say be prepared for like that week of the 23rd through the 30th, like 23rd, which is a Saturday, through the 31st, like through the end of the month. Like it's not going to be the funnest time. And sorry, Taryn, that's your birthday. But you know, we deal with these things as they come, right? And I feel like I don't remember what the card was for February, the theme card, but I actually feel like it was good as well. Oh yeah, it was the Happy Family card. So know that we get a little bit of a reprieve energetically in February, and just be prepared for the last month, or the last week of the month, that, you know, just be aware that there's a lot happening astrologically and that can really impact some of us. And some of us are going to be impacted more than others, right? So just that's the energy that's happening in the stars during that time. So shall we see what the cards say? Yeah, absolutely. Someone just commented on the Facebook live stream that sometimes when you know it's going to be tough, it's not so bad when it happens. Absolutely. And that's a huge reason why that's a huge reason why I do these forecasts. Those of you that are listening on the podcast, just know that you hear lots of background noise on these ones because they come from a live stream, not from the audio gets taken from a live stream. So apologize for I just knocked my air conditioning remote onto the ground. Yeah, so it just enables you to be a little more prepared, which makes the heavy times a little bit easier. And that's a really big reason as to why I even do these wealth forecasts in the first place. Okay, so let's see what the cards say for the month. Shuffle the deck. I just had a good idea about putting the wealth forecasts on SoundCloud, so you guys can listen to them over later in the month, if you're wanting to know what's going on, you can kind of just fast forward to the week that we're on via audio files. I just asked my team to do that. By the way, we're putting heaps and heaps and heaps of audio content over on SoundCloud right now. So if that is a platform that you use, you definitely probably want to check that out because it enables you to listen to stuff on the go and just hear the audio versions of, you know, some of the most impactful content that I'm producing. So definitely check it out. So if you're new to these, basically what we do is we've already pulled the theme of the month in the 2021 wealth forecast, which was the King of Pentacles. But then we go through and we pull a theme card for each week, and then we go day by day through the whole month, giving you information on what is to come and what to expect. I'm gonna shuffle one more time. The deck 7 times. All right, so we will begin with the first. I'm going to just pull the cards for the first, second, and third so that you guys know sort of what the energy was of the last 3 days, and then we will pull our first theme card for the week of January 4th through January 10th, which is starting today. Well, depending upon where in the world you are. But so January 1st, the energy was the Ace of Wands. So this is new passion projects, new opportunities. You know, I think it's interesting. Wands carry a lot of sexual energy with them. And the 5 energy of the year is very physical and very sexual in nature, very masculine, and this energy is very masculine. So I think it's interesting that on the 1st of January in 2021, we get the Ace of Wands. But I also think it is an indicator that this month is a really great time to focus on our passion projects and our purpose. So that is 1st of January, New Year's Day. On the 2nd, we have the Ace of, this is super interesting. How often does this happen? We have the Ace of Cups. This is the Holy Grail card. So we've pulled 2 aces in a row after I just shuffled the deck that many times. So the Holy Grail, meaning I think that this is going to be a really incredible month, right? So new passion projects, Holy Grail opportunities on the 2nd, lots of support this month. For wealth and abundance. I mean, the Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups is all about abundance, right? It's the Holy Grail. So then yesterday, the 3rd, we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. So this card is about, the pages are about sowing seeds. And interestingly enough, this card, the Page of Pentacles, was the theme for the year. This is the theme card for the year. So if you have not watched the 2021 wealth forecast, please go back and do this because I talked a lot about what this card means and what this card represents. So yeah, it's staying focused on our own financial goals and our own dreams, regardless of what is happening outside in the collective. So I think that, you know, this first week of the month, it's really important because we're setting intentions this first week of the month. Like these cards that we pull during this first week of January are really going to be about universally what this year is going to be about. They're going to be about not just this month, but the energy that's coming into the year. So I love this because it's like you're going to have ability for new passion projects, for Holy Grail opportunities, as long as you stay focused on what's really important and you stay focused on the fact that you are the most powerful creator in your reality. And regardless of what is happening externally in the collective, you have control over what's happening in your internal and external landscapes. Okay, so let's move into the first week of January, which is January 4th through the 10th. We do have during this period of time that first fixed T-square happening. So let's see what this energy is of the week. So the theme for the first full week of January is the 10 of Pentacles. Love this card. This is the inheritance card. This is the highest minor arcana card in the deck. Again, the 10 of Pentacles, right side up. So lots of money, ability to make lots of money this week. And indicating that that is something that we should focus on. And it should be focusing on making money for the family, right? Looking at wealth, generationally is what this card really means. You've got here the symbolism in the card. You have a couple, a married couple, and a grandfather, and 2 grandchildren, and some dogs. And so it's very much a card of generational wealth. So looking at opportunities this week that will lead to generational wealth. So we will start with the first day, which is today, January 4th. We have the 6 of Wands reversed. This card is a card that basically is just saying that we're not really feeling victorious. I feel a little bit like this today. I mean, I think I said it at the beginning of the live stream. It's just like I'm having a hard time getting back into work mode after the holidays. And so I'm really not feeling like I'm at my best. I'm not feeling fully victorious. This reading is definitely helping. I'm getting back into my flow and into my vibe, but that's okay. Just know that energy today is a little bit like not fully feeling victorious. January 5th, we have the Hanged Man. So that energy likely of not fully feeling victorious is leading us to this Hanged Man position. Remember about the Hanged Man though, that he has put himself there. So this card shows this man hanging upside down in a tree, right? He can get down at any time. Nobody's put him there. He's put himself there. So, and often he's there just kind of waiting for the divine guidance to take the next right inspired action. So that's Tuesday the 5th. Wednesday the 6th, we have the 4 of Cups reversed. So this card is great when it's in the reversed position because it means we're coming out of low-level anxiety and depression. I think a lot of the collective is feeling this. That tends to run rampant during the holidays. So now we're moving into January, we're moving into new energy, and we're moving out of low-level anxiety and depression and whatever funkiness was happening today at the beginning of the week. And then we have Thursday the 7th, we have the Strength card reversed. Interestingly enough, this actually doesn't feel like, this feels like there's some kind of seed being planted. So this card can indicate strength or not feeling like you have enough strength, but that's not what's downloading to me right now. This card also often represents the month of August. And so what I'm feeling like is that because of this theme card that we pulled for the week and because of some of the cards in the beginning of the month, this card feels like there are seeds being sown that are going to lead to fruition in August. So long term, again, when we look at generational wealth building, it's like sowing seeds on Thursday that will lead to something coming to fruition in August, which is super interesting because I have a huge project that's potentially coming to fruition in August. And Friday the 8th, we have the Magician reversed. Lots of reversed cards. So the Magician, when he's right side up, has all the tools he needs to move forward. When he's reversed, he still has all the tools he needs to move forward. But he is, he just feels like he doesn't. And again, this is right around this time of that fixed T-square that we talked about. So I'm not surprised that we got the Strength card upside down, the Magician card upside down at this time, because we're going to be feeling upside down. Like just pure and simple, we're going to be feeling upside down. But remember, when you start to feel like I don't have the tools I need to move forward, you always have the tools. You always know exactly what you need to do. You need to just reconnect with your higher self and source, ask for the divine guidance, and when you receive it, take the inspired action. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, the 9th, we have the Knight of Wands reversed, all these reversed cards. So the Knights are the messengers, remember? So this is not receiving the messages that we desire about a passion project in our life, or it's coming but delayed. So it'll be interesting to see what is happening there on Saturday. So Sunday, January 10th, we have the Lovers card upside down, more reversed cards. Things upside down in relationships, in particular sexual relationships. So be aware of that energy happening on the 10th of January. Now we will pull a theme card for the week of the 11th through the 17th. We have a new moon in Capricorn happening this week, so definitely calling in some of that energy. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles right side up, so super happy about that. 2 money theme cards for the first 2 weeks of January, so I absolutely love that. I love the Knight of Pentacles. He is always a messenger, bringing word and news and information about positive finances and financial endeavors. So super happy to see him as the theme of the week for the 11th through the 17th. Monday, January 11th, 2 of Pentacles reversed. So this card basically indicates it is time to stop juggling 2 things. So it's time to surrender something. So basically take an opportunity on the 11th to evaluate what are the 2 things that you're juggling. One of them needs to go. That's what that card is indicating. 12th of January, the Chariot reversed. So this is like Monday, we've got this 2 of Pentacles reversed, meaning it's really time to evaluate what needs to be released. The Chariot reversed on Tuesday indicates it doesn't mean it has to go now. It is not necessarily time to put the wheels on the cart and move forward on that decision, but we'll see what comes up later in the week or later in the month. That card's indicating it is not time to move forward with whatever that thing is, but it is, you do need to have it in your awareness, and you do need to be prepared to move forward with it. We also have that new moon in Capricorn, which is a lot about releasing for creation, right? So it's like Tuesday, it's saying it's just not the time yet. It's asking you Monday to become aware of what needs to be released so that you can move into a state of creation. Tuesday, it's saying hold, it's not quite time yet. Wednesday, when we have the new moon, we have the 7 of Swords, straight up. This is the card of feeling cheated. So it's going to be interesting to see what's happening in the collective on that day. 7 of Swords, the card of feeling cheated, the day of the new moon on the 13th. The 14th, we have the Ace of Swords. Speaking our truth, clearly communicating. Again, we've got this really major theme of Mercury this month, communicating. This card is definitely a Mercury card. It's a sword card. Swords are completely ruled by Mercury. So being clear and concise in your communication and speaking your truth on Thursday, the 14th. Friday, the 15th, we have the Empress Reversed. The Empress is about giving birth to new projects. And so again, it just feels very much like these cards are saying hold, 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 right? It's not quite time to give birth to a new project. It's not quite time to put the wheels on the cart and move forward. It's not quite time to release that thing that you know you need to release. But it's like just, sort of hold the line is the energy very much that I'm feeling through this week. Saturday the 16th, we have the World card upside down. This is literally the world upside down. I think we need to pay really close attention to what's happening on the global stage on the 16th. This feels quite literal to me. So we may see more lockdowns. We may see something even more crazy happening on the 16th. So let's keep our eye on that. 17th of January, interesting, followed up by the Hierophant card, which is one of the cards of the year. And again, if you haven't watched the 2021 wealth forecast, go back and watch that because they give a detailed explanation on what this card means for 2021. So this card is showing up on Sunday. It is very interesting that this card is showing up the day after the World card is reversed, because this is about our global institutions and organizations. This shows them right side up, which means that the collective likely is feeling upside down this weekend of January. So now we will pull a theme card for the week of January 18th through the 24th. And we have the Two of Wands reversed. So the Two of Wands reversed is a card of long-term partnership. I want to just look and see what some alternative meanings of this card are. Okay, so it says the Two of Wands reversed could indicate a pleasant surprise headed your way soon. Think positively and be grateful for the gifts that life is bringing you. Just FYI, one of the resources that I absolutely love when it comes to me wanting to get like pretty quick information, expanded information on cards where I'm like, I'm not quite getting the hit, is psychicrevelation.com. Psychic-revelation.com. I absolutely love. And so I'm just looking, I looked up the Two of Wands reversed because I wanted a little more information on, so it's asking us to put emotion into perspective, trying new things, considering taking a risk, or making big changes. So it essentially says that everything's going well, but we may need to branch out. But I would say that for me, this card is often about long-term partnerships. So I would say do not sign any contracts or make any decisions to move into long-term partnership during this week of the month. So January 18th, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. This is interesting because I talked a lot about this at the beginning. Don't be a miser. Don't grip your investment too tightly, right? Like make sure that you are maintaining fluidity. It is not a time to be a miser. It's not a time to hold back on circulating money either. So if there's some kind of expense that needs to be paid or you're out and you want to spend money on something, I don't think it's a month to be taking risks, but it's also not a month to be gripping your investment. So make sure that you're circulating money and currency with fluidity during this month. Tuesday the 19th, we've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. Again, I think this is a follow-up to the week before. Again, still so many reversed cards in this deck. It's so crazy. Three of Pentacles reversed, meaning you're still getting the thing ready to take to market. It's still not time to put the wheels on the car. It's still not time to write that Chariot card. You're still working on getting the things ready to take to market. So it's giving you another message of hold. It's not quite time yet. Wednesday, the 20th, we have the Seven of Wands reversed. This is a little bit fascinating to me because the Wednesday before we had the Seven of Swords, which is the card of feeling betrayed, feeling cheated, right? The card of feeling cheated. Now we've got the Seven of Pentacles reversed, the Seven of Wands reversed, which is a warning for us to stand up for our principles. It's an indicator that we haven't been standing up for our principles, or our feeling is that we're not going to stand up for our principles. And it's a warning to stand up for our principles, to really make sure that we are being true to ourselves on Wednesday the 20th. Thursday the 21st, we have the Six of Pentacles, right side up, finally. This is the card of resources. And so this is the card of trying to figure out how to spend your time, energy, money on Thursday. The good news is it means you've got the time, energy, money to figure out how to spend. It means that you have ample resources. You're just trying to figure out in what direction to spend them. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, the 22nd, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Lots of money cards in this deck. So this is right side up as well. This is a card that has kind of it's sort of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it is a reward is coming, right? Because you've got 8 pentacles here. It is a card of abundance. It is a card of prosperity, but it's also a card of needing to work hard to get that reward. So it's an indicator. We've got 4 money cards in this deck, in this reading for this week. We've got the 4 of Pentacles reversed. We've got the 3 of Pentacles reversed. We've got the 6 of Pentacles right side up. And now we have the 8 of Pentacles. We've got 4 money cards this week. So this is saying, be prepared to do the hard work and you're going to get the reward. Saturday the 23rd, we have the 10 of Wands reversed. Love this card reversed because it means that we're now releasing our burdens. So the burdens that we've been feeling throughout the month, it's now the time to release them, to put them down, to let them go. And on Sunday, we have the Devil card, right side up. So this card gets a bad rap. If you take my tarot course, I will tell you lots of interesting things that I love about the Devil card. It's actually one of my favorite cards in the deck because it often indicates the breaking and releasing of past patterns that are no longer serving us. And let me just, the 23rd, no, that's not the day of our new moon. Or sorry, this is the 24th. Yeah, this is the 24th. So looking at patterns that are no longer serving, and being willing to release the burden of them, right? The past patterns that are no longer serving. Okay, so now we will look at the 25th through the 31st of the month. Mental anguish. So, sorry guys, I told you this week was gonna kind of be fucked and not be fun. So we've got the 25th, the theme of this week is already mental anguish. Kind of saw that coming, knew that was happening with all of the transits, so just be aware of that. And Monday the 25th, well, Monday the 25th, we have the Happy Family card, so that's great. So Monday's at least gonna be good this week. And this is actually the card of February. This was the theme card for February. So we start to have some of this energy coming in. So I think that this card absolutely is saying, be hopeful. Like, even though this week's going to be difficult, be hopeful because this is coming. This Happy Family, 10 of Cups, right side up, is coming in February. Tuesday, the 26th, we have the 5 of Wands reversed. Another theme card of the year, actually. Right side up. It's the card of conflict though. So Tuesday, no conflict. There isn't conflict happening. It's probably the conflict that's happening. There's not physical conflict happening. There's mental, right? So we've got this card of theme of mental anguish, but this card's reminding us that all is actually well in the family. All is right with the world. We're not in physical conflict. Things aren't actually that difficult. Wednesday, the 27th, we have the 9 of Cups reversed. So this card is one of my favorites in the deck. This card, right side up, is the Get Your Wish card, but it is always positive whether it's right side up or reversed. When it's reversed, it means you're getting your wish, but it's coming delayed. So again, just some really beautiful reminders throughout the month that there is an energy reprieve coming in February. Remember I said that on January 26th, there may be some kind of unforeseen event happening. So that was on Tuesday where there's the no conflict. And so that unforeseen event may actually lead to something that we believed was coming to fruition at the end of the month being delayed. And that's why we're seeing that Get Your Wish card delayed happening on Wednesday, the 27th. January 28th. So this is the day that we have that full moon in Leo. We've got the second T-square and kind of all the heightened craziness. Really interesting Hermit card, right? So this is a card of saying, go inside, the answers are all within you. This is my birth card, the Hermit card. It's the card of the spiritual teacher. But it is you as the spiritual teacher. So an indicator on Thursday that you have the answers, connect to your higher self and to source, go within for whatever guidance you need during this time that potentially could be a little difficult. Friday the 29th, we have the Knight of Swords reversed. This is the card of March, I believe, and this is the card of lies and deception being revealed. So we'll look to see what's happening on the global stage on the 28th. Oops. And then the 29th. That was the 29th, Friday the 29th. And Saturday the 30th, we have the 9 of Pentacles, right side up. I think we've almost got all the money cards in the deck now that we've pulled during this monthly reading, which was the King of Pentacles, right? So you can't make this shit up. 9 of Pentacles. It's the highest female, well, second highest female money card in the deck. The highest is the Queen of Pentacles, obviously the highest minor arcana female financial card in the deck. And for me, it always represents complete female financial independence, but it indicates that things are going well financially on the 30th of the month. January 30th, which is the last day of the month, we have the King of Cups right side up. So this is a card of being right side up emotionally. So I think that, you know, this is telling us, all right, all of the craziness of the week we've righted, we're right side up. And things are going well, and emotionally we're prepared and ready to move into February. So that is our January wealth forecast. Thank you so much for joining me. This was 2 wealth forecasts in a week. So for those of you that have been present for both of them, thank you so much. And hopefully this brings you some enlightenment and some help discerning the things that are going to arise for you during the month of January. I will be back, of course, with the February wealth forecast next month. In the meantime, though, definitely if you want to hop on one of those abundance emotions, you're going to want to do that ASAP. And don't forget that the Tarot course is currently for sale if you want to learn how to do this yourself so you don't have to depend on me. And then, of course, if you're wanting to work more closely with me, come and join me in the Wealth Alchemy Mastermind. I would love to have you there. Come check it out for a month. You know, you can cancel anytime, so you're not locked into anything. And it really is an incredible container of people that are just showing up every day and doing the damn thing and expanding their personal wealth consciousness and supporting each other through whatever trials and tribulations that they're having. It's an incredibly supportive container and community. So come check it out for a month, and if you don't like it, then leave. But you know, I think that it's worth the $44 to come and see if it helps you accelerate your upward trajectory towards the life that you deeply desire. So I think that's it. Have an amazing rest of your day, morning, evening, wherever you are in the world. Remember, it is your divine birthright to be wealthy in all areas of your life, and you are so worthy and you are so deserving. And I'll see you next month.